Hey fellas, welcome back to Minty's podcast. Take a breath for a second, because before we talk about goals, or plans, or strategies, we need to talk about time. Not time on the clock, but time slipping past. Most people don't notice a year ending until they're suddenly standing at the end of it, wondering where it went. And that's not because they weren't trying. It's because they were reacting, not directing. That's what today is about. This episode is called Your 2026 Game Plan, Mindset, Strategy, Action. And it's not about hype. It's not about motivation. And it's definitely not about overnight change. It's about building a year that doesn't collapse. The moment life gets real, because most people don't lose a year in January. They lose it in February or March when the excitement fades. They start strong, new routines, new promises, new expectations, and then reality shows up. Deadlines, fatigue, stress, distractions, and slowly, quietly, the year starts running them. If you don't want that to happen in 2026, you don't need to reinvent yourself. You need a game plan that works on tired days, on busy days, on average days. Let's start with mindset, because mindset is the foundation. Everything else sits on. Most people misunderstand mindset. They think it's about staying positive, staying driven, staying motivated. It's not. Mindset is about expectations. What do you expect the process to feel like? If you expect consistency to feel exciting, you'll quit when it feels boring. If you expect progress to be fast, you'll give up when it's slow. But if you expect resistance, delays, off days, and imperfect weeks, you won't panic when they happen. The strongest mindset you can carry into 2026 is this: progress beats intensity. You don't need to go all in. You need to keep showing up. You don't need perfect mornings. You need repeatable ones. You don't need constant clarity. You need the ability to come back after confusion. Momentum doesn't come from big wins. It comes from not quitting when things feel ordinary. Another mindset shift that changes everything is this: you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Goals inspire you. Systems carry you. So instead of asking, what do I want in 2026? Ask, what can I realistically maintain? Even when I'm tired, even when I'm busy, even when I don't feel like it. That question removes fantasy and replaces it with control. Now let's talk strategy, because goals without strategy are just intentions. And strategy isn't about doing more. It's about deciding what matters most. Most people overload their year. Too many goals, too many habits, too many priorities, and then they wonder why nothing sticks. For 2026, your strategy should begin with subtraction. Less, but better. Pick 3 core areas for the year. Just 3. Health, career, skills, relationships, personal growth. Choose the 3 that matter most, and let everything else be secondary. Then define what winning looks like. In each area, not perfection, not maximum output, but minimum effective consistency. What's the smallest action that still counts as progress? Because your year isn't built on your best weeks. It's built on your average ones. A strong strategy answers one hard question. When life gets chaotic, what still gets done? If your plan only works when you're calm, focused, and motivated, it's not a plan, it's a fantasy. Now, let's talk about action, because this is where most plans fail. Not because people are lazy, but because the first step feels unclear. Your brain doesn't move toward ambition. It moves toward instructions. Get disciplined does nothing. Open the notebook creates movement. Work on the project creates resistance. Write one sentence creates momentum. So every goal for 2026 needs clear entry points. Actions that take less than 2 minutes. To begin, actions that feel safe enough. To start, small starts lower resistance. Lower resistance increases consistency. Consistency builds confidence. And confidence changes identity. Never rely on willpower. Willpower is temporary. Design is permanent. Design your environment. So starting is easy. Prepare your tools ahead of time. Remove distractions before they pull you away. Make the first step obvious and unavoidable. This isn't about discipline. It's about design. And here's the part most people ignore. You don't execute a year all at once. You execute today correctly. One focus block, one intentional decision, one completed action. Then you stop before burnout. You leave a little energy For tomorrow, you return and you repeat. That's how momentum compounds. That's how trust with yourself builds. That's how years change. So your real 2026 game plan is this: a mindset that expects imperfection, a strategy that survives busy days, an action that's small enough to start, but consistent enough to build momentum. If you put this in place before January arrives, 2026 stops being uncertain. It becomes structured, predictable, yours. And that's where we'll end today's episode. If this helped you slow down, think clearly, and approach the year ahead with intention, follow Minty's podcast so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for listening. Plan smart, move early, and as always, stay minty. I'll catch you in the next one.